Hey everybody, and welcome to TekFlow for Construction, brought to you by ZenTech Consultants. TekFlow for Construction is a recurring videocast where we talk about the best tech practices and procedures that we've been implementing for ZenTech clients, ones that we think everybody should be looking to include in their own workflows. I am Jim Coppinger, one of the principals here at ZenTech, and in today's episode of TekFlow for Construction, I want to talk to you guys about real-time markups from field to office. In other words, when you're out on the construction site and you are up on the 5th floor and the wind is whipping and there's a problem with the steel in a specific location, we want to be able to get the problem documented, start the communication, the reparation process, as you would, in real time while you're standing there, and you want to get that communicated into the office. Start, the architects and the engineers and whoever else has to be involved, the subs, in resolving the issue. And that's not always easy. And in a lot of episodes of TekFlow for Construction, we've covered a lot of different, enterprise level construction management systems. And they do have some lightweight markup tools and features built into them, but really I don't think that they are generally robust enough for true field work. I think when you get into this, the real area that you guys want to be working in for this kind of field to finish process, right, is really Bluebeam Review. Bluebeam Review does an absolutely wonderful job of allowing you to use all of its markup tools in real time from the field without having to take a break, go back to the trailer, go back to the office, right, and try and remember all the different things that you've done. Like I said, when you're out there in the wind and the rain and you just want to get the information out, it's much easier to be able to do it off of either a tablet or a cell phone than it is trying to work with some of the more extensive project management systems, right? And the great thing is, because all the Bluebeam Review's markups and comments are going into a PDF, those PDFs can be easily placed inside your construction management system, so you have a tracking functionality here. You can even create cross links between things like Procore and Bluebeam if you need to. All right, and that's kind of where I want to focus on today, because Bluebeam has two separate tools, and the great thing is that both of those tools are included in your Bluebeam package, right? And almost all of us in the construction world live and die with Bluebeam. We all have it. So it's nice to be able to do these key functions with tools that we already have. You don't have to go out and buy anything new. So we can do this in two ways. We can do it using Bluebeam Studio with the desktop application, or we can do it using Bluebeam Cloud. And I just wanted to show you kind of both of those today. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over here into Bluebeam Studio. And again, if you've got the desktop app, if you've got like a Windows tablet, a Surface Pro kind of thing, it runs just like it would on your regular desktop. And there is also a low-cost app you can grab for your iPads that will kind of let you do this. And the idea is very simple, right? What we're going to do is just go in and open up any PDF that we want to mark. We're standing up, like I said, on the 5th floor, and it's raining out there. I can just go ahead and I can just open up, right, whatever my Bluebeam document is that shows that area, right? And I can just go ahead and start marking it up. And I can use any type of built-in tools with the desktop app, whether they're markup tools or estimating and measurement tools. I can use any tools through the desktop app, right, where I can go in and I can grab whatever tools I want to use. So if I want to do kind of a revision bubble and a call out, right, and just say, hey, there's an issue here, right, there's my note, right, I can easily do that and adjust all the prompts and the colors. I can even go in here, and if I want to, right, I can grab this item and I can go ahead and I can add images excuse me, from a file, right? So I can just go in and open whatever image I need, whatever image I've taken, right, and just go ahead and attach that right from my system, and then people can just come in here later. And you see that's just a shot of a random thing I had. But I can easily take any photo and tie it in here, right? And give all the markups and comments and moves and edits. And as I save this, because it's in Bluebeam Studio, right? This whole file was opened from Bluebeam Studio. As I save it, anybody who has access to this project on the Bluebeam Studio side will be able to see my changes and my edits, right? So these markups can happen right in the field, which is great. Like I said, the limit there is that sometimes using the desktop app on the smaller tablets and so on is a little bit more difficult, and that's why one of the really nice things that Bluebeam has done in the V21 and later editions they've incorporated as part of your basic program the concept of Bluebeam Cloud. And Bluebeam Cloud is a web-based markup system. Right? It's a document management system. It has some great communication tools, and we'll talk a little bit about some of these others as we go along. And we've touched on some of them in previous sessions. All right, well, we can go in and we can create punch lists and start RFIs and handle submittals. Right? It's kind of a lightweight construction management system, but it has this really wonderful set of tools and features that you can use right inside of your web browser. So what you can do is you can just upload your project files right out into the web, right? And then anybody can just go in on any web browser, on any system, on their cell phone, on any type of tablet, whether it's an Android tablet or an iPad or a Windows, doesn't matter. Right? Anybody who can run a web browser, and nowadays that is literally just about any kind of hardware can run a web browser, right? You can use any web browser you like. And then when you go in and open up the files, you see that over here on the side, we've got all of these different tools, right, that allow us to go in and mark things up, right? And we can just go into our particular file and we can zoom in, right? And you see that I already got a bunch of markups already going on here. But if I want to go in and add more, if I want to draw lines and say, hey, you know what, we're going to go in and then we're going to add a markup here, and I can change the style. Say I got a box, right? I can change the colors of it. I want to make it blue, and I want to make the line way thicker, right? I can easily do that. I can change the shading, right, with different colors, right, and opacities, right? And I can do lines, I can do arrows, I can do text, I can do callouts. You see I've got different methodologies, right? I get a little flyouts that I can use for these as well that will let me go in and put different clouds, right? RFIs, I can add images, right? Just like we did before, I can put images right here into my document. So I can do a full markup and commenting, just about anything that I need to do. I can take measurements, right? All on any type of device right in the field, and have these reporting back again in real time, because these we don't even have to save. As I add the markups, all I have to do is publish the markups when I'm done, and everybody on the job can see them. Right? It's that easy, right? Everybody can now just open up this document from the web browser, and everybody can see where the issues are, what the problems are. And that's really, really simple, right? It makes it very easy for us to communicate and control all of the issues we're going to run up against, while we're out in the field. Right? And that's really, there's a lot more to it than just like, oh, it's nice to have some markups. It really is about pushing the speed of your project, right? You're reducing the time that it takes to get people working on items. There are times when I've done this out in the field where the resolution is resolved before I get back to the trailer. Right? I find the problem, I note the problem, I save the document, and I just move on to the next floor to continue my inspection. By the time I get back, the sub's on the line saying, yeah, we saw that, we're going to fix it, well, you got to be on site tomorrow. I go, cool, thanks, done. Right? And that's how we really generate efficiencies. Right? And those are the kind of things that we want to talk to you guys about and show you how you can implement and optimize them yourselves. And that's what we do here on TekFlow for construction. See you next time.